So, good afternoon, good evening, good evening. We're back again. Last upload of the day. We're going to talk about the pet project, Reiss Nelson, the next Raheem Sterling. Oh dear, the cringe levels of this fan base at times are hilarious. But before we get into all of that, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're sharing the content around, and make sure you stick a mad thumbs up on the video. Big up to everybody who's subscribed to the channel recently. You lot are crazy, I swear. The subs and the views are lit. So thank you very much. Also, if you haven't checked out the video I did about Martin Odegaard earlier on today, go and check that one out. And also the video about Matt Ryan on the verge of signing for Arsenal from Brighton on a free signing. Go and check my thoughts on both of them. Also, follow the Insta, LeeGunner82. And let's get into talking about Reiss Nelson. I remember he went on loan to Hoffenheim and everyone was getting hyped, including me. I can't lie. I was a hype merchant back then. And he scored, I think, 5 goals with 6 touches or 6 shots. And we were like, boy, he's clinical. He's going to be a baller when he comes back to us. Obviously, Unai Emery had played him a little bit here and there. Arsene Wenger had played him as well before that. But it hasn't really quite worked out under Mikel Arteta. 1 minute he's in, then he's out. Then he's out for ages. Oh, then he's on the bench. Oh, but then you're not on the bench anymore. You're back in the reserves. Let's have this right. Reiss Nelson's not a bad footballer. Yeah, I don't think he's the standard required for Arsenal, but he is not a bad footballer. The way he has just been kicked out and put in the reserves is it's kind of worrying. And it's a damning indictment of Arteta's managerial philosophy, the way he goes about his man management. Like, his man management has got to be the worst in the Premier League, if I'm honest. Absolutely shocking. And I remember when Arteta came in, there was all this hype about, oh my God, the next Raheem Sterling is Reiss Nelson. And he's basically just turned into another hyped up kid that's just going to flop through his career, which is kind of sad to see because, like I say, I actually rate him. I don't think he's that great, but why hasn't he had a chance? Why is it he got loads of games and then he's just dumped again? Like, it just makes no sense to me what this manager's doing with him. You know, there's other players we can list on there, but you all know who they are. Excuse me, but there's no rhyme or reason as to why Reiss Nelson has not got game time this season, because we have been absolutely shocking. You know, Unai Emery, Arsene Wenger, they'd play these kids in the Europa League. They'd then throw him in the odd league games here and there. Mikel Arteta just don't rate him, does he? Let's be real here. And, you know, just to come out as a fan base and say he's going to turn him into Raheem Sterling, well, I'm not being funny, but Raheem Sterling actually gets game time. And he gets game time at the Champions. So, you know, that's some bold statements to be coming out with in the first place. But not only that, like, I don't really rate Raheem Sterling that highly, but his level's clear of Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson won't even hit that level, if I'm honest. But he should have had game time this season. I do feel like he should have had games, because that way we can get him into a team. He can play consistently 4, 5, 6 games bench, come off the bench here, come off the bench there. All of a sudden, his stock's up here because he may have scored a couple of goals. I think he scored against Leeds. He may score a couple of goals. He might create a few goals. He might go on a mazy run and score a mad one. All of a sudden, his value is just going up and up and up and up and up. Apparently, we did look into loaning him, but the clubs weren't right for us or for him. So I don't really understand it, if I'm honest. It's mad how it's all gone south for Nelson, because, like I said, if we had put him into the team this season, we'd probably be sitting here saying, boy, we got 15 million quid for Reiss Nelson. Instead, we're going to be lucky if we get 5 million quid for Reiss Nelson. And that is one of my issues with this manager. We've got some half-decent kids. Yeah, they might not be good enough to play for us long-term. Throw them in. Throw them in the cup games. League Cup, Europa League qualifiers, stuff like that. Throw them in, you know, because then come January window, you then can sell them, or you can loan them with an option to buy. We haven't done that anywhere near enough. We see it again with Maitland-Niles. We had an offer for 20 odd million from Wolverhampton Wanderers, rejected it, and then he went on loan to West Brom. Well, what was the point? we could have got the 20 million from Wolves and invested that in something else. But like I said, this club moves in mysterious ways. It moves in real weird ways. But I'd love to know what you guys think on Reiss Nelson. Do you think I'm being a bit harsh by saying he ain't good enough, or do you feel the same? Leave all that in the comment section. But I just feel like I look at it, and you know, if I was to pick a team that he'd probably look good at, it would probably be somewhere like Brighton. Brighton, maybe even a Watford. You know, they're not too far away from London. Watford training ground's right next door to us. I think he'd probably do all right at a club like that. I don't think he's good enough to play for a top 10 team, if I'm honest. Anything under top 10, I think he'd do all right. I do think he's got some quality. I do think that he just needs to leave Arsenal to achieve his potential. And I feel like, you know, if we can get some kind of money for him now, then that's seen as an achievement, because the way we've treated this kid over the course of the season, just dumping him in the reserves, is just, you know, just killed off probably 2/3 of his value as to if he had played. So I'm really upset about that, if I'm honest, because, you know, Chelsea, they loan. Yeah, and then all of these kids get snapped up. The ones that are half sensible, half decent, they'll play them in games here and there. You know, Billy Gilmore, for example. If somebody wants to buy him now, he's 15, 20 million quid because he's had a couple of really good games for Chelsea in the heart of the midfield. We should have been doing that with Reiss. He should have been in them 11s here and there, or at least coming off the bench and giving us something a little bit different here and there. Like I said, I don't think he's good enough to get us where we want to be, but he's definitely good enough to have got us 15, 20 million quid maybe. We ain't going to get that now, which means it's another Hale End fail end, because that's what it is. People can bang on about Hale End as much as they want. It is fail end. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Leave it in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think of Reiss. Tell me how much you think we can get for him. Tell me what club would suit Reiss Nelson. Would it be Premier League, Championship, League One, Germany, wherever? You tell me. Leave it all in the comment section down below. Make sure you stick a mad thumbs up on the video. I do appreciate that. It does help my channel as well. Make sure you're subscribed. Road to 60k is all on, baby. And make sure you're sharing the content around as well. I do appreciate that. And I can see, not who's done it, but I can see how many people share my content around. So thank you very much for that as well. If you haven't checked out the 2 videos I did earlier on today, Martin Odegaard video, that is a must. Go and check that out right now. Also, go and check out the video about Matt Ryan signing on a free, very, very close to signing on a free signing from Brighton to challenge for that top spot at Arsenal. So big up for all the love, mad support. I'll be back again tomorrow with another 2 uploads and a show with Rants tomorrow. I'm also on Matisse's channel in the daytime as well. So me and Rants are doing the show from yesterday. We're doing that tomorrow on here, live stream. So keep your eyes peeled for that at 4 o'clock. Midday, there'll be an upload tomorrow. And then 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, there'll be another upload. Have a wicked evening, whatever it is you're doing. Don't forget, Arteta out.